You messed it up way too early.
Too early? I messed it up. Yeah. Premature ejaculation. I went there.
I can't believe you just... That's what people are going to see when they open this up.
Exactly.
Oh.
Facial LaFleur. Total facial. Welcome back to our second episode of Just a Tip, a fantasy football podcast for Week 7 starts and sits. We just did AFC, but we're back for some sloppy seconds. Our sloppy tips coming at you. Regan, you like juicy ones, right? Juicy, sloppy tips?
Nope. Unless they're steak tips.
Steak tips could be juicy.
Mm-hmm.
They could be moist. They're good.
Big fan.
Big fan of juicy steak tips. Our tips are not going to be as tasty, but they'll be just as satisfying. I
just want to excuse Mac for being overtired. Apparently.
What are you talking about? I had two bang energies before we got on here. I'm good. I'm not tired at all. So what? I'm on 3 hours of sleep. Let's go.
Oh my god.
If you have not stopped watching or listening to us by now, we would like you to subscribe, like, and comment on our YouTube channel, preferably some positive comments.
Please.
Tell us what your favorite juicy tips are. Like do it on this video on YouTube. And you can find us on Apple, Spotify, Google, and Amazon podcasts to listen to us there. If you could download the episode, that would really help us out. I did say episode.
I heard that.
And follow, subscribe. I'm like jumping ahead, reading the notes and making sure I'm not forgetting anything. Getting too far ahead of myself because these are some exciting matchups, some exciting fantasy weeks. If you are not suffering from the bye weeks conundrum that we're all in, these guys, you can definitely fill in and hopefully you get some big production from them. If you want some news, there's a little bit of news that we touched on with our AFC episode. I don't even know what episode we're at, 53.
What?
This is 54. Can you believe it?
This doesn't seem right.
I can't either. It doesn't.
I don't even hate you yet.
You sure? After that intro?
Yeah, that's a valid point right there.
You're like, all right, you're not doing this anymore. I'm losing myself right now, man. It distracted me. I just want to say thank you guys that have stuck with us since the beginning, who have supported us. I know it was rough going at the beginning. It's still rough, but hopefully you'll like it more. And Ryan's not here, but I'm sure he says the same thing. Likes it rough and wants to thank you guys and say, may I have another episode. So he'll be back next week. We're going to get into the NFC Week 7 matchups. Nothing really going on that I want to talk about, so let's just get into it, right?
Yeah, the date, maybe?
Well, the date, it's in the description, along with our links to all our stuff. But the date I did not write down, but it's October 21st. We are watching the Thursday Night Football of Denver Broncos and Cleveland Browns. And my brother texts me, and he's like, didn't you guys say not to start Dearness Johnson? Like, no. I said, do not pay high for Dearness Johnson. Because I saw people spending like 30 to 40 fab for Dearness Johnson. I'm like, are you guys that desperate for a running back?
I got him in free agency.
After
waivers passed.
Yeah. After waivers cleared, I was saying, if you want to spend like $5, go right ahead. But I wasn't going to mortgage because the matchups weren't that great. But hopefully, if you're playing him, he's doing all right for you. Double-digit points already. He has a touchdown, over 60 yards last I saw. But
too shabby.
Yeah, 9:30 right now on Thursday night. But with that, let's move this along. Regan, give the people what they want. Our sloppy tips.
Yeah,
give it to him, Regan.
Stop talking and me to start. I like it.
Uh-huh.
All right. We got the 2-4
go.
Washington football team versus the 5-1 Green Bay Packers at 1 o'clock. The over-under is 48.5. Green Bay by 8. I'm surprised it's not more. Washington. Gibson was at practice today. J.D. McKissick that big waiver claim grab turns into a flex. I think you could still play him at flex. Definitely not a starter though. Terry McLaurin, Ricky Seals-Jones.
You might have to start him. You might.
Very true, my friend. Very true. After that, I mentioned Terry McLaurin, Ricky Seals-Jones. Terry McLaurin, I want to touch base on him. He's only had 8 and 6 PPR points in the last 2 weeks, but he has had 18 targets.
Yeah, their whole offense has kind of been struggling, so I'm not too worried about it, besides maybe some injury concern with him.
Yep.
And he didn't look that great last game, so yeah, keep an eye on him, but I'm expecting a bounce-back game this week.
I like it. The opportunity's there. I don't see... this week you're starting them no matter what anyways you were in the first place. But the big news is Antonio Gibson was at practice today. He missed Wednesday. And then he was out there for the entire practice today. So McKissick, he had 10 targets last week. I think he had 8 rushes. A great flex. I still think he's going to get his work. I think they're not going to go crazy with Antonio Gibson. I believe he has like 3 injuries right now. But he's still going to start as well.
Yeah. Gibson, he had a MRI, but like no news from it. So hopefully it's no news is good news type of deal there. But he rushed 8 times. J.D. McKissick, that is, for 45 yards and got 8 of his 10 targets for 65. That was against the Chiefs.
Yep.
So decent play.
I like it.
Hopefully he's not the dud this week, because the week before against New Orleans it was 1.7.
Not so good.
So yeah, hopefully he gets out there, does well.
All right, and the last guy as a starter I wanted to get to with Washington was Ricky Seals-Jones. He's definitely a great bye week fill-in for this week. The past 2 games he's had 15 targets. Went 9 for 99 and a touchdown with those 15 targets. So definitely put him in. He's taken that. Oh my God, why am I zoning out? Logan Thomas.
Yeah,
I was like, Thomas.
Yeah, he's out there. He's out there for every snap, and there's no better opportunity. I actually benched Higbee last week for him, and it was the right move. I got like 6 more points.
Good call. That's awesome.
Yeah, and those points were pretty important.
Tell me about it. I won by 2 points last week, and the week before that I won by fraction. A fraction.
A fraction. 1 uno fraction.
My sits, I'm a little nervous about Taylor Heineke. Had a goose egg pretty much last week, and Ryan Fitzpatrick's coming off the IR soon. I believe next week. So he could be starting. This could be the last time you can start Heineke. Are you starting him? Packers let up the 6th least passing yards this season.
No, I'm not starting him. I actually dropped him, and I'm rolling with Ryan Tannehill. I'm hoping he gets the touchdowns. I think Heineke's luck is running out. Unfortunately, big fan of him.
Great to watch. Very impressive.
Yeah, hopefully it does. I think if you absolutely need to, like, I would have started him over the quarterbacks tonight, Teddy Bridgewater or Case Keenum.
Definitely.
But
it's too late.
Jimmy G. Yeah, I mean, it's too late for that, but like Jimmy G coming up,
playing
Jameis Winston, like those are your other options. Jameis Winston facing Seattle. We'll get into him.
I'm playing Winston over Heineke, but I am playing Heineke over Jimmy G.
Okay.
I just don't trust Jimmy G. I feel like he just sucks.
Yeah, but we're going to get into it later, but he's playing the Colts, so they have
pretty good.
A terrible defense.
Good line.
So,
damn, it's a good
that's
point.
what I bring him up. I don't know.
All right.
I think you really can't go wrong either way. Take a chance. Go with your gut.
I like it. All right, and then Green Bay, it's really simple. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, and possibly A.J. Dillon with these bye weeks. A.J. Dillon, I brought it up last week, is he's not getting any catches, but he's getting a good amount of rushing, but you're just banking on a touchdown for him to be relevant. But really, Aaron Jones, Washington is allowing an average of 106 yards a game. He's definitely going to have to split that with A.J. Dillon, but he's definitely going to have some catches. So Aaron Jones is this easy must start.
Yeah. Rushing yards, that is, right? 106.
Yeah, correct.
Yep.
And then...
Sorry, I was a little distracted there. Von Miller went down and started limping off the field. And then OBJ was going for a catch, and looked like he was hurt. But they're just going into halftime now. So hopefully he didn't start OBJ.
A couple cortisone shots, he'll be right back out there.
Yeah.
Whatever those shots are called. Sits Robert Tonyan. You might have to play him this week, I'm guessing, Mac?
I don't know. I mean, 13 matchups, like, who else are you going to start?
That's a good point.
Yeah, you might. I mean, maybe you took Austin Hooper tonight. Hopefully you didn't. You're starting Fant tonight, that's for sure. But you might have to stream him this week, and hopefully he gets into the end zone. But yeah, don't have high expectations.
Never for him. And then I'm benching Randall Cobb. I think Randall Cobb has some good. He's going to have some good games, but the consistency will never be there. So for this game, easily picking Green Bay. Mac, you agree?
Yep, Green Bay.
Easy.
Really bad with my prediction of them imploding this year.
I think I had them in the Super Bowl in my prediction.
Yeah. No, we'll see. Their defense is suffering with some injuries and stuff, so we'll see. Next matchup, we got Carolina Panthers 3-3 at the New York Giants. Surprisingly 1-5, huh?
Yeah, they have one win. That's surprising.
Surprising that they had one win. 42.5 over under. Carolina favored by 3.
That's close.
Panthers. This is another QB I was meaning to bring up. Heineke or Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's been struggling. I think against this matchup against the Giants, you can start him. You can stream him. DJ Moore, expect to bounce back. Chuba Hubbard. Christian McCaffrey's on IR for another 2 weeks. So Chuba Hubbard, Fogo.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully he does well. It's really just a question of the sits. Robbie Anderson. I'm sick of saying it. All the bye weeks. So if we're questioning a player in our sits or starts, it's because of that. Robbie Anderson, can I flex him? Should I drop him?
I'm dropping him. I'm flopping him.
Dropping, yeah.
To go with our
You're
tip
flopping.
flip or flop.
I'm flopping. Not flexing, I'm flopping him. Yeah, I don't know. It's either him or Gaskin.
Versus Atlanta?
Against Atlanta, it sucks. I don't want to do it.
No, that's a horrible decision to make.
We've seen Gaskin get over 30 points and a couple touchdowns. We haven't seen Robbie do much with his targets.
At all.
So, body of work. The tight ends, Tommy Tremble and Ian Thomas.
Who?
Again, I would say, what tight ends can you start? Yeah, exactly. If you need one of these tight ends, you're probably going to lose this week. And you are... And you are trembling in your boots. If you see
Tommy Tremble, guys. Yeah. I didn't like it either.
Yeah, got it. All right. You didn't like it either. So, yeah, you probably got a beat down coming if you have to start one of these tight ends. So, I would sit him. The Giants, again, on the other side, I think you can stream Daniel Jones. He's shown some rushing upside. He's fast as a quarterback. Maybe he gets back on track. I don't know. I don't want to go down that road. But you have Josh Allen on a bye, Dak Prescott.
It happens.
I don't know. I don't want to take a chance on him because he doesn't have many weapons to throw to. Sterling Shepard, he suffered a setback. He looked like he was going to play this week, but his hamstring, he's questionable. He sat out practice. He's probably a sit for me.
Yeah, at this point.
You got Devontae Booker, the running back. Filling in for Saquon, start him. Kadarius Toney still dealing with an injury. He's probably not going to play. Kenny Galladay not going to play. So you're thinking, desperation, who's their backups? Oh, John Ross, he had a big game, right? He's been limited.
Oh, gross.
So he's limited. Everybody's limited on this team. It's like everybody has their old cell phone plans, limited messages.
It's so
limited
funny.
minutes.
It got me to laugh, though.
Yeah. All right. That one was all right. All right. Good. I got you to laugh, but I want to mention this: Dante Pettis. He had 11 targets last week when Kadarius Toney went down. He was filling in 5 receptions for 48 yards.
Oof.
Again, with the tight end situation for the Carolina Panthers, if you have to start Dante Pettis, I am sorry if you need him. But 11 targets is 11 targets.
Yeah, he only caught 5.
He only caught 5, but didn't Daniel?
I'm just.
Was that Daniel? Was that last week? Yeah, Daniel Jones went down with concussion.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Before I can't even remember. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
Talking about concussions. Welcome to my world.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, but it was Kadarius Toney got it.
Yeah, ankle.
Week, so.
He's not doing good.
Yeah, it was a bad game. But yeah, Dante Pettis, you could possibly flex either him or Robbie Anderson. We keep going back to him.
You disgust me.
I know.
Why do I want to say Dante Pettis over Robbie Anderson?
You want to say Dante Pettis?
Ugh. I'm not going to say anything, though.
I'll put it this way. If you're projected to lose by a lot, I would put Dante Pettis.
It's a great point. Go for the upside.
Yeah, exactly. If it's close, I would go Robbie. Who wins this game? Giants or Panthers? This one's probably my toughest matchup I got to pick.
Yeah, I know. It's only a Carolina favored by 3. I'm going to go Carolina just because of Giants injuries. But I do. The Giants, the Carolina's falling off. With DJ Moore's had a horrible last week. Sam Darnold's not getting his rushing touchdowns. Just not looking good compared to the beginning of the season.
Well, I hope the rushing touchdowns go to Chuba this week for my sake. But, yeah, I expect Sam Darnold to bounce back a bit. Yeah, I'm going to go Panthers as well. Their defense is Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, he was on the practice field today.
Awesome. So, yeah, maybe they could be a worthy streaming option.
Hey, I'm not mad about that.
Yeah, defense.
I think that's a great call.
Yeah.
You probably won't find them, though.
I'll check. Get into the next matchup. Let me look to see what their roster percentage
so
is.
Pumped about this matchup.
Speaking of defense, you want to
the Rams, guys. So the next game is the Detroit Lions. They are 0-6 as usual. Versus the L.A. Rams that are 3-2. This game's at 4:05. Over under 51. Rams favored by 14.5. I think that's an understatement, and they lowballed it because this is the revenge game of all revenge games for my boy Matthew Stafford. This is man.
No, I think we'll get into the revenge games of all revenge games.
How is this not the biggest revenge game of NFL history?
Cardinals. Deandre
versus Houston. But how long did Matthew Stafford sit in Detroit and just waste away, breaking his back and whatnot? I was kidding. I'm trying to be good, remember?
Broke my. I know.
But anyways, Detroit, you're starting DeAndre Swift, TJ Hawkinson, and that is all you're probably going to start for this team. DeAndre Swift has actually been pretty nerve-wracking to play. He continues to do pretty much nothing in the first 3 quarters, and then when fourth quarter comes around, garbage time, he erupts for at least 1 touchdown and a couple catches. And then TJ Hawkinson, he did not practice Wednesday. I believe he did practice today at a limited basis, but they've already said that he looks like he's going to be a no problem to start on Sunday. So I'm definitely playing him. Sits Jared Goff. Jamal Williams, guys. I am nervous. I say guys because Ryan's usually here. Poor. So, Guy.
We're talking to the audience.
Jamal Williams, he's fallen off. He's had only 9 targets in 5 games after getting 9 in week 1.
Yeah.
His rushing attempts have been shot too.
Yeah, he showed promise at the beginning. I thought they'd be a tandem backfield, kind of like Cleveland Browns. I really thought that's the way they were going, and I don't trust it this week. I almost dropped him.
I did today.
But, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I have
Murray.
him in a lot of leagues, so yeah. By the way, Panthers are 75% roster, so probably don't have a chance. Again, no, a slight chance.
All right. And then I'll jump to the next team because I think we're good with Detroit. And that...
Yeah, it's that.
Yep.
Those
That's it. We got... And then the...
Actually, I'm sorry. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Good save.
He's been getting more involved. I meant to mention him. You can flex him this week. I don't know what they'll do for the Rams defense.
Hopefully.
With Jalen Ramsey, if he's going to be on T.J. Hockenson. He moved.
I hope he's not.
He's not just staying on one receiver. So look for Amon-Ra St. Brown if you need some PPR points. That's probably all I would play him in.
That's a great
like a
save.
3 wide receiver league.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Rams.
No,
Rams. Is there anybody we're not starting?
No.
No.
You start. You're starting Darrell Henderson. You're starting Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Tyler Higbee, and of course the defense, and of course Matthew Stafford, and he should go off, and then some, and then go off again. Like I said, this over/under is 14.5.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, the over/under is 51.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're favored by 14.5. Yeah.
I'm not a better. It throws me off.
You got it. No. You got it. You're fine. Do you think... So he doesn't hate the Lions. They actually did him a favor. Went to a contending team. The last few years of his career, try to go win one, man.
Good for him. He should, and I give him all the respect. Stafford is back in Detroit, and is averaging 22.6 points a game fantasy wise. So that's Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
That's an average through the season. I'm expecting above average, so over 22.6, around 30, if not more. And then Cooper Kupp. Wow. He's on pace for 187 targets, 130 receptions, 1,850 receiving yards, and 20 receiving touchdowns. That is just unheard of, and it's definitely not going to happen. But
I don't know. Don't say not going to happen.
It'd be records upon records. But that's amazing. They have looked awesome together, and I've loved watching them play together. Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp, that is. And Robert Woods is actually getting used a little bit more, which I love as well, because he's a great player.
Yeah, he is. I was going to say, you called it, Cooper Kupp having a huge bounce back this season after last season when we were doing our divisional and pre-rankings.
Well, thank you.
Did you think it was going to be this
Not
big?
even a little bit.
Yeah, I think you had him in double-digit touchdowns, but not 20 touchdowns, so we'll see. That'd be awesome.
20 touchdowns.
Just keep rolling.
I love it.
Rolling.
And obviously Rams.
And picking the Rams. I want to touch on the running backs, though. Can we throw in
I was
going to
ask you the same thing, but I didn't think it was legit to ask.
Darrell Henderson, I think you can. You don't look at the beginning when the game starts with Sonny Michel starting out there, but I believe you can, if you are desperate. A lot of people are out there, so I think you can play him.
I think so too. He'll pretty much be, the Deandre Swift of the Rams, and just coming in garbage time and possibly getting a touchdown.
Garbage time. Mm-hmm.
So,
let's hope so.
I like it. All right, take this next one.
Yep, Rams across the board. I'm sure Ryan would pick them too. Next matchup, Houston Texans 1-5 at the Arizona Cardinals, who are 6-0, 425 game, 47.5 over under. Arizona favored by 17.5 points. Regan, do they cover?
I think Hopkins gets 17.5 points himself.
Like,
just 3 touchdowns.
Well, look. So he does that and he kicks a field goal.
I love it.
Yeah. No, DeAndre Hopkins, he should have 40 points.
Oh, my God.
This is what I'm saying is a revenge game. I mentioned when you were saying it's gonna be fun to see the beatdown. I'm sorry, Texans. There's no Texan fans out there, but Davis Mills is the starter for the Texans. Tyrod Taylor is still not coming back, so I don't have much faith in his offense. Besides Old Faithful, Brandon Cooks, you have to start him. Sitting everybody else though. I'm all set with everybody else.
No one else.
Starting the Cardinals defense. I picked them up everywhere I could a couple weeks ago because I saw all these matchups coming up. And I'm starting everyone. Except maybe Rondell Moore, the rookie. Yep. Are we starting him?
No, he's not getting enough yet.
I don't think so. I'm going to start Ertz because I have Dalton Schultz on bye. And I didn't really want to, but I don't want to drop a player for another tight end and take a chance. Ertz was traded last week after his Thursday night game with the Eagles. He moved over there, just joined the team, but they were having the tight end involved pretty well, so look for some goal line packages with him. Do we trade DeAndre Hopkins after this week?
I'm going to say flip him.
You're going to flip him.
He's
all right.
been a little...
What are you looking for?
See, if you could take Hopkins and... Actually, you know what's a good one that I have? Find like the Cook manager, trade Hopkins and Alexander Madison for their wide receiver. I don't know, maybe like a Kelsey and somebody lower.
I was going to say, you're going to need top 5 at running back, tight end, top 5 running back and wide receiver, because he's done 20 points in a row last 2 games. But last week he only had 4 targets, 3 receptions, but he had 2 touchdowns. And they were busted plays. So that's what has me nervous. But Houston, then he has Green Bay. But look at this playoff matchup, dude. Never mind. Hold on to him. Week 15, Detroit. Week 16, Indy. Week 17 at Dallas.
Yep.
I mean, if you are below 500, I would flip them. But if you are above 500, it would have to be a pretty good haul to trade.
Who are they playing after this week?
But I'm thinking tipping. Green Bay.
They're playing Green Bay next week?
Green Bay, San Fran, Carolina, Seattle. Then they have their bye week on bye week.
Yeah,
12.
you're not getting him. He's going to be good going forward.
Right.
You missed your opportunity.
No, that's what I was trying to think. If you had him on your squad, would you flip him?
Nope, you're right.
Nope, tipping him.
Halt on that tip.
You got to start. I'm going to do a more deeper dive into schedules in the next coming weeks because you are trading. You got to look ahead at schedules. Look at matchups against your opponents that you might be trading him to. If you're going to face him.
Yeah.
Like, don't trade DeAndre Hopkins. Like, I'm not trading to you, Regan, if I'm facing you on, let's say, week 11 when he's at Seattle. I'd rather not do that.
Oh, come on.
So,
we're your friends.
Sorry. I like you, but not that much. Just little things like that might give you an advantage. Like, you got to start thinking about that stuff. But we will try doing some work on projecting with the schedules upcoming up in the playoffs and whatnot. So don't even need to say it. Who's winning? Next matchup.
Okay. I like it.
I was going to say, all right.
Yeah,
Cardinals.
obviously. All right. So
I think they'll cover. Smash the over.
This is another nice over, which I'm pretty surprised about.
This one's a little.
Yeah, Chicago Bears 3-3 versus Tampa Bay Bucks at 5-1. Oh, by the way, I do not like how they put all 3 of these games at like 4:00, like 2 giant revenge games.
Ridiculous.
Anyways, over unders 47, and the Bucks are favored by 12. 2 scores, pretty wild. let's get into it. Bears starters: Khalil Herbert, Darnell Mooney, and possibly Allen Robinson. This week,
if you have
probably.
to. If you have
I would
to.
definitely just keep an eye out on Allen Robinson's injury. But honestly, Darnell Mooney and Allen Robinson both scare me. So if you don't have to, don't. But
yeah, I'd rather not.
And then Khalil Herbert, he was a player that everyone was pumped to get a week or two ago. And since there's 6 teams on bye, you're pumped to have them. But then you look at who they're up against: the Bucs, the number 1 rush defense in the league. Not good. Last week he had 97 yards and 1 touchdown, so he looked awesome. He looked great. But I'm nervous versus the Bucs. I think you're probably gonna have to play him, but are you playing him?
I got to. I have Najee on a bye, and I picked him up to play, and I played him over Damian Harris last week, and I still won, but it was kind of an even matchup. I wish I put Damian in the flex, but yeah, he had 18 attempts against the Raiders the week before, and then he had 19 against Green Bay, and so they're feeding him the ball. This is what I don't like, though. He only had 2 receptions for 15 yards, and that's where he's going to have to make some big production against the Buccaneers, like Gaskin did. So hopefully they take a page out of their playbook and throw into the running back, because they can't cover him out of the backfield. So hopefully, but yeah, I am starting him. I think the whole volume play, unless did
Williams.
What's his name? Damian Williams?
Still on the too cool for school list.
Man, yeah, so the volume play, kind of like Dearness Johnson with Cleveland Browns. If he's going to get the volume, you're going to have to play him, and just don't expect 20 points this week is all. Is the game back on?
Yeah, sorry, I got a little excited.
I see you looking. I'm like, oh, something.
So I did just want to touch on this because I did a second ago. But Darnell Mooney and Allen Robinson, they're very, very comparable. Only 4 catches. Only a difference of 4 catches. Darnell Mooney does have 70 more yards, which is a lot. But between touchdowns, targets, receptions, they're pretty much spot on. That just means Darnell Mooney probably didn't have double coverage and got a little bit farther. So if you feel like you're okay to play Darnell Mooney, what I'm saying is you should probably feel okay to play Allen Robinson. Not that either of them are good to play, but what I'm saying is just to put it in perspective. Because I had this problem. I had Darnell Mooney in one league, and then in another league I was like, oh, Darnell Mooney's the number 1. He's really not. They're literally exactly the same, and Allen Robinson the past 3 weeks or 2 weeks has had more targets. So.
Yeah, he had 5 against the Raiders and 7 against Green Bay. But also a lot of missed opportunities by Justin Fields. And I'm mad. I just can't start him because I don't trust the offense. It's not that I don't trust him. In Dynasty, I would definitely trade for him now because somebody's hurting, struggling, and they're frustrated with him. I think you could do a second-round pick and like another receiver. Trying to think of one. Tyler Boyd, another flex option type guy.
I'm just kidding.
No, not in Dynasty. He's too young. And Allen Robinson's on the franchise tag, and I think he's going to be so frustrated with Chicago.
He's gone.
He's out of there. Going to New England, maybe. No, he's going to want too much money.
Don't get me excited.
Watch him go back to Jacksonville.
Oh my god. Anyways, we're just sitting.
Enough.
We're sitting Damian Williams because he's obviously not playing yet. Bucks.
What if he's active? We're recording on Thursday night. What if he's not activated?
He only can be activated Saturday, and they will not play. I don't. Where is this game? It's Tampa.
At Tampa.
I'm guessing he probably can't travel till Saturday night.
Right.
Game is at 4:25. It's going to be close. He might be able to though. If he does play,
He might be.
I'm probably not playing either.
Do you remember last year there was a guy that I want to say for Cleveland, he got traded and then or activated, and he had to drive, so he didn't travel, go in contact with anybody. Drive like 12 hours to a game to play.
I do remember that.
That's dedication. Even offensive lineman, defensive lineman.
All right, we got to tweet that later.
Look that up.
Curious. Or something.
I mean, if you really care about it. But I just thought it was
tweet it to me.
Yeah. Get healthy.
All right.
Damian.
We have way too much time on Chicago. Bucks. Tom Brady. Obvious. Leonard Fournette. After the past couple weeks. Obvious. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. They've been a little shaky. They've been good for the most part, but they have been a little shaky consistency-wise. And Antonio Brown. I'd say obvious, but he's hurt. And he hasn't been practicing for the past 2 days. So not too good. Just to point it back to the GOAT, Tom Brady, he is the leading passer with 2,064 passing yards. He already has 17 touchdowns. He's on pace for 58,040 yards and 49 passing touchdowns.
Wait, 58,000?
5,800. He's going to get really good later. Oh, good.
I think I projected him to try to break the record. I was saying, like, he's going to get to, like, 48 touchdowns. He's going for that record. He sucked against Chicago last year, though, so hopefully he turns it around. Because I'm like, do I start? I need huge upside against Ryan, where I have Dalvin Cook and Austin Eckler and Justin Jefferson out on bye. This is my Dynasty League. And I have to start Jerick McKinnon and, like, Giovanni Bernard, or Elijah Mitchell and Jerick McKinnon, or Giovanni Bernard. So
I'm biased between podcast hosts.
I know. So, do I go with Jalen Hurts or do I go with Tom Brady?
Comment what Max should do.
Yeah, please set my lineup for me.
You should never ask the listeners asking.
To set my lineup, please.
We're supposed to be giving them the tips. This is next level. That's not fantasy. That's just bad luck is what that is. Remember, that's at 25%. The last podcast.
Exactly. the last shit. I was like, yes.
You'll know if, Odell Beckham Jr. just had an amazing catch. Everyone will see that later on ESPN. Not a diving one backwards. Not as cool. Rob Gronkowski, he did run routes and everything on the sidelines. That being said, he has broken ribs. You can run with broken ribs. You can't get hit with broken ribs. So he's not playing. And that's it. Pretty much starting everybody on Tampa.
Yeah, pretty much, except Ronald Jones.
No. They came out saying that they're not going to trade him because I guess that was kind of out there. But they love the depth, which makes sense. Plus, Leonard Fournette's been killing it the past couple weeks. Actually, this whole season. So I'm fine with him season long.
Yeah, for sure. Who's winning? Bucks.
I was like, what are you going to say, buddy?
Obviously.
Yes, Bucks.
No, I was just looking back at our notes, and this is embarrassing.
Uh-oh.
We skipped the Philadelphia Eagles and Las Vegas Raiders matchup.
Oh, in the AFC?
In the AFC, Doc. We totally missed that in our last episode. I'll have to record something for that. I know. Real smooth. I wanted to touch starting Waller, starting Derek Carr. Miles Sanders, hopefully they run the ball more for the Eagles. They have not been giving him enough opportunity, so he's a trade target for me. I wanted to actually talk about him in Tip Flip or Flop. And Dallas Goedert activated. We mentioned that in our news in the last episode. Yeah,
that's the one I actually want to talk about.
Jalen Hurts is starting.
Goedert. So he was working on the sidelines with the trainers and stuff like that. Obviously, it's a totally different sport, but I was just thinking of like Celtics. Jason Tatum got COVID, and it took him a couple weeks to really get back into it, taking inhalers and stuff like that. I didn't know if you were nervous to see how Goddard really was doing with COVID. That could really mess up his breathing and stuff like that. The fact that he wasn't practicing at full makes me believe that it actually hampered him a little.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's bye weeks.
I would hope that they wouldn't. Yeah, I hope they wouldn't trade Ertz if he was having.
Yeah, I don't think it's a long-term thing. I'm just talking about this week.
No. Yeah, this week maybe. I would start him. I think you have to.
I would agree.
The upside's there. And just package. Maybe he doesn't play the full, not out there blocking and stuff, but package plays there on the goal line. But Miles Sanders, are you starting him? Are you still waiting for more from him? Running back for the Eagles.
I'm just trying to think. Versus the Raiders?
He hasn't been doing too well.
I'm benching him if you can.
Versus the Raiders.
That's the problem. This week is if you can. If you can't, you're gonna play Miles Sanders. I'm gonna play him over some of these other guys in general. AJ Dillon and stuff like that. All like the secondary guys that you're just throwing in to have a roster spot. He's definitely over all of them.
Yeah, I mean he's only getting like 11 attempts on the ground. The receptions, though, he's getting targeted 5 more times. So hopefully he does well against the Raiders. I feel like you have to.
I think he's a pretty good buy low.
Devontae's. Oh, for sure. Because I was looking ahead at their schedule. It's playoff schedule, Week 15, Washington, then the Giants, then Washington again. I want a piece of that.
Nice.
But the bye week is Week 14 as well. So we'll get into that more. Devontae Smith, starting
flex
him.
Worthy, every week.
Yeah, and really nobody else. Maybe Quez Watkins.
Yeah, he bypassed Rager.
Big plays he can get. Yeah, he really did. But it's really not. He only had like one good game, double-digit points, but he had 117 yards off of 2 receptions.
Not playing him, if 2. I can.
Yeah, so I think you're very limited in that match.
That's another one. If you had to play him, you're probably not going to win this week.
Ouch. Probably. I'm playing Hurts everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I have to. Prescott's out in one of my leagues. I have both of them. It's an amazing feeling.
Yeah. Hunter Renfrow, starting him for the Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
Waller, he's another trade low target for me. Some people feel like they've been struggling with him because they spent a third round pick on him. Who do you think wins the game?
Ooh,
Raiders,
this is a
Eagles?
tough one. I think I'm going to go Raiders, though. It came out last week way better than I thought they were going to be, and it looked like they're playing with some momentum.
Yeah, they're bye weeks next week, so I think they'll. I just don't trust the Eagles.
That's I agree.
Coach well, and it's kind of new. It is a new interim coach with the Raiders.
Yep,
they did well last week. I expect them to keep it going. It'll be interesting. Josh Jacobs, if he's healthy, you're playing him. Oh, yeah. Kenyon Drake. Interested? I bring these guys up because the Eagles suck at run defense. They can get run all over. So these guys are kind of good to
I think Drake's one of those guys. I actually dropped him a couple weeks ago in one of my leagues because I was fed up with it. That being said, I think he has a pretty high upside, especially with this new interim coach. If he sticks with it, he got some work last week. A touchdown receiving and rushing, I believe. I think it was something like that. But either way, he had a good week.
Yeah, and not much opportunity, but he capitalized on it.
Yeah, I think he only had like 2 catches and like 2 rushes, but had a touchdown in both.
Something.
So, if they, if the interim coach likes that, maybe he'll start playing him a little bit more, a little change of pace. I really thought he was going to be a slot receiver. I think that's kind of was my main take on him on the offseason because that's what they said. That's what Gruden wanted to do. and now it's a different team.
He had 6 touches, 2 receptions, totaling 73 yards. He had 2 touchdowns.
Oh, that's
maybe they're like, okay, we should probably use it more.
You spent
we'll see.
Crap load of money on him.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll pick up the pace here. Indianapolis Colts 2-4 at the San Francisco 49ers 2-3. What do you got on the Colts here, man?
Colts, Jonathan Taylor, Naeem Hines, T.Y. Hilton, if he plays. Pretty high on.
Yeah.
I'm curious if Jonathan Taylor is turning it on a little bit earlier this year compared to last year, because last year he was the definition of a second half player.
Oh yeah.
So
it was him and Cam Akers and J.K. Dobbins. Yeah. So he's the last man standing this season. So hopefully he keeps it rolling. They're getting Quentin Nelson back, their guard. Awesome. So, but he's been doing well anyway without him. But definitely wouldn't hate having him back.
I brought up the question.
And T.Y. Hilton, 50-50 to play as of right now. So don't bank on him
at all. I was going to bring up Jonathan Taylor. I asked you last week, are you nervous about him only having 14 carries, I believe, last week, 14 touches? And you said they were up by a lot, and I think that makes sense. They're killing it last week, so I think if they had to go to Jonathan Taylor more, there's no reason why they won't.
Yeah, it was against Houston,
and
Houston only scored 3 points or whatever, so I wasn't worried about it. But 49ers more competitive. Paris Campbell's injured. You really haven't been starting him. Hilton out. Do you take Michael Pittman? Is he injured? I can't even remember.
He is, but I do not
look that up.
He is
questionable, but I'm not sure
exactly
how.
Who knows
how bad it is.
But Carson Wentz, I am start as well versus 49ers, especially this week with all the buys.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
Yeah. No, he is not on the injury report today. So he was yesterday, but if Hilton doesn't play, I'd say you got to start Pittman.
Agreed.
This week for sure. Carson Wentz, are we?
I believe so. With Allen Robinson out, Prescott out, Kirk Cousins out, so on. Josh Allen.
Out.
What did I say?
Allen Robinson.
Oh my God.
We've been talking about him so much. We talking way too much about it.
That's good.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. See what happens when Ryan's not here. We're off the rails. Ryan, we need you back.
I think that clears it up for the Colts. And then the 49ers.
Yeah.
Deebo Samuels, Elijah Mitchell.
I'm sorry. It's just not much. Yeah, it's not much options with the Colts there. And you're saying Deebo Samuel, Elijah Mitchell, starting them both.
Yep.
Colts suck at pass defense.
Yeah, you got faith in Elijah Mitchell this week? Colts are allowing 124 rushing yards a game.
I think Juszczyk's probably going to rob him of a touchdown. And if Trey Sermon gets rotated in, who knows if he's injured right now, whatever. Jeff Wilson, if you can stash him on your IR, that's great, but it looks like he's still a couple weeks out. But I'm starting him, but I'm not having high expectations for him.
Elijah Mitchell, that is, yeah. Agreed.
Elijah Mitchell, yes.
And then, like I said before, I'm definitely benching Jimmy Garoppolo. If you
are, even with the worst passing defense in the league.
Maybe this is a preference to myself, and I'm sorry to bring everybody else down about it, but I just don't think he's good. He should be all right. I'm not going to tell you he's going to lose you your game. He's not going to get 5-10 points. He's going to be all right, but it's not going to be fun to watch.
He might. No, I won't. And he's one bad hit or one mediocre hit from being out for the game.
Deebo Samuel's playing QB soon.
Probably. Do this week, Brandon Ayuk, does he Boom. He's not on your roster.
No, he's
most
not.
likely. Does he boom this week?
I have him in one league where I can pick him up. I saw him on the free agency today, and it was, oh man, it was pretty enticing. I'm gonna say no though.
Yeah. Same. Who wins?
Oh man, I'm gonna say Colts.
Oof. All right.
It's a tough one.
This
Really
tough for me. 49ers coming off a bye week.
44 over under.
Do they get a slow
4.5 to see San Fran?
44. Yeah, I think I'm going to take 49ers.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah. Well, you don't because you picked the Colts.
Yeah, well, no, that just means I'm going to go up a game on you and pick them.
Oh, I got you. So that's why you like it. Next game. This is the Monday night game.
Well, last
15.
game.
The Colts and 49ers was a Sunday night game. So that's what I want to mention. T.Y. Hilton, if he's 50-50 and he's a Sunday night and he's still 50-50 by 1 o'clock kickoffs,
Put somebody in there.
Bench him. Put somebody else in. New Orleans Saints 3-2 at the Seattle Seahawks 2-4. Monday night 8:15. Saints are favored by 4.5, a 43-point over under. I think they should be favored by more. The Saints, you're starting out with Kamara. Jameis Winston, I am streaming.
Agreed.
I kind of have to, but Seattle's not good. Their defense is not good. But I'm hoping they don't just run all over Seattle as well. I hope Jameis Winston can do all right. I'm going to play Marcus Callaway. I mentioned to pick him up if you could for these bye weeks coming up, especially this one. I feel like he could have a great game.
I picked him up and playing him.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
You are playing him. I'm playing him too. I'm flexing him. Sitting everybody else?
Yeah, at this point.
I don't want to start the tight ends. I don't want to.
Yeah.
There's nobody else, really.
Nope, not playing Taysom Hill in your flex? Just kidding.
I think he is still out.
Good.
Last I saw.
Sorry, when you shunned him. Gotcha.
Yeah. I told him, I feel bad because I said, just go away. And then he gets hurt the next week. Because he stole the points from Kamara. I feel bad. No, I don't. Not my fault. Not my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Seahawks here. Is there anybody that we can start? You got big names, but not much production.
Yeah, I'm thinking only DK Metcalf. What do you think? I'm thinking he's the only one with some upside.
Yeah, that's about it.
Alex Collins is hurt. He said Pete Carroll came out yesterday saying he's going to practice Thursday, and then Thursday came along and he didn't practice.
And he didn't. Yeah. And he didn't practice.
So Pete Carroll lied again.
Great.
Guy's the worst.
Yep. He really is.
So
Alex Collins, but what other running back options? Wait, Rashad Penny coming off IR?
Rashad Penny is eligible to come off IR. They have not taken him off IR yet. I don't know what they're planning on doing. So this is the Monday night, so they have until Sunday to take him off IR. I don't even know who's gonna. DJ Dallas, is he going to be the guy that steps in?
So when he played the 49ers last year and everybody else was out, he got over 20 points. I mentioned this in our wrap-up episode. And if Collins is out, they got Homer. And Penny. I don't. Travis Homer.
It is.
I don't know. DJ Dallas, PPR, third down running back. He's kind of like the Naheem Hines or J.D. McKissick for this team if he's out there. I'm going to take a chance on him. That's also the other guy in my Dynasty League I could start over Giovanni Bernard. I might do that.
Yeah, I don't think the Tampa needs Giovanni.
I have no hope. Ryan's going to kick my ass, so
we know. Imagine if you won, though, and how cool that would be to rub it in his face.
It would be great. I was planning to lose, though. I saw it coming before the season started. I was like, that sucks.
I did want to mention before we get run this out. Rashad Penny, so he's still necessarily on IR. They haven't been taken off. So you can go grab him right now and throw him in your IR spot. He'll probably be on there listed as IR till Sunday.
Maybe, but sometimes you have to clear a bench spot to put
in your IR.
So drop the kicker.
Yeah.
Drop the kicker, put him in, pick up the kicker on Sunday or different kicker.
Pete Carroll talked him up already, saying he's going to be 100% and great the starter. So,
yep,
that's a good point. But I'm just I already had him. I picked him up probably like Monday on a new, just knowing that he was coming off IR. So I grabbed him, stashed him because I actually have Chris Carson in this league. So if I can grab his backup now and weather the storm, I'll be pretty pumped.
I gotcha. Who wins this game?
Ooh,
Saints.
Seattle.
Yeah, I think
Gino ain't going to win you a game.
On the road. I just start the defense. Tyler Lockett, we're sitting.
We are.
Can we afford to sit him?
He's getting nothing. Man. Like nil, zero.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Should have traded him when I had the chance.
You might have to play him. He's got an upside of like 10 points tops. I know it's crazy saying that about Tyler Lockett because literally during the regular season with Russell Wilson, his ceiling's like 40, but his floor is like 2.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
He is so tough.
Well, with that finishes up all the matchups. We appreciate you guys listening to us. If you want to slide in our DMs or hit us up on our socials at Just a Tip FFP, you got any questions, let us know. We'll try to help you out. And thank you for following, subscribing, and sharing our tips. It's much appreciated. You're really helping us out. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, Google, and Amazon podcast platforms. And the links are in the description of these episodes, wherever you're listening to us. Anything for the leftovers here, Regan?
I just want to say yesterday was one of my favorite days. I had Red Sox playing, the Bruins playing, the Celtics playing, and then I knew Monday Night Football was the next day. Imagine if they were all on. I wouldn't know what to do. But
Thursday night.
Oh, my God.
You're already jumping ahead of the week.
Oh, thank God. Tomorrow's Friday. Yes.
Tomorrow's Friday.
That being said, all 3 teams lost, so I'm pretty bummed afterwards. That Celtics game, I know a lot of people hate NBA, and I actually do as well, but last night was an awesome game to watch. Game 1. Awesome.
Yeah. Double overtime.
Jaylen Brown.
Won it, huh?
Oh, amazing.
If Jason Tatum showed up,
7 for 30. But... Thanks, pal.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, the Revs won, though.
Play the outro music. Get me out of here. You brought up the Revs.
I don't know, Ted Lasso kick, so focus on soccer.
So I never knew you guys were talking about with Ted Lasso, and then I was putting something on for my daughter, and Ted Lasso came up like on the Netflix screen or wherever it's on, and I was like, "Oh, that's what they're talking about."
Apple.
It looked hilarious.
It's good. It's a wholesome, good show. It got some good jokes in there, but a drama as well. It's good. Definitely worth checking out.
No, you only get those here.
From him?
No.
Oh, he has plenty of tips.
What? I was trying to make us a joke.
I stepped on your tip. My bad. Go ice up. Go enjoy Thursday Night Football. Good luck this weekend, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. Have a good night.
Download.
Take them.
Do what you won't. No balls.